Hello children, I'm here to read you a story, and the story I've chosen is called She Persisted. This is full of stories of American women who've changed history. Shall we get started? Sometimes being a girl isn't easy. At some point, someone may tell you your dreams are impossible. Don't listen to them. These American women didn't. They persisted. Harriet Tubman was born a slave, but her story didn't end there. She persisted, escaping from slavery and leading her family, friends, and strangers to freedom. And she said, "I should fight for my liberty as long as my strength lasted." Once Helen Keller became blind and deaf, few people thought she'd ever be able to read, write, or speak, but she persisted and learned how to do all three and used her story to work for more opportunities for people with disabilities all around the world. And Miss Helen Keller says, "One can never consent to creep when one feels an impulse to soar." Nellie Bly was determined to become a reporter, even though some men said it wasn't something women could do. At times, putting her safety at risk, she persisted throughout her career in exposing how badly people were being treated. And she says, "I have never written a word that did not come from my heart. I never shall." From an early age, Virginia Apgar was determined to be a doctor. She persisted in creating the Apgar score to test newborn babies' health, which hospitals all over the world still use today. And she says, "Nobody, but nobody is going to stop breathing on me." Maria Tallchief was teased in school for her Native American heritage and later told to change her name to something that sounded Russian. She persisted, ignoring the taunting and bad advice to become the first great American prima ballerina. And she says, "It never occurred to me to say, it hurts to do that." As a 15-year-old African-American girl, Claudette Colvin was expected to give up her seat on the bus to a white woman. In her refusal to get up, she persisted in taking a stand for what's right, inspiring others, including Rosa Parks, to stay seated for equal rights and justice. She says, "I knew then and I know now that when it comes to justice, there is no easy way to get it. You can't sugarcoat it. You have to take a stand and say, that is not right." When Ruby Bridges was in kindergarten, many schools still refused African American students their equal right to an education. She had to walk through protesters to get to school. But she persisted, integrating an all-white elementary school in New Orleans. And she said, "That fateful walk to school began a journey, and we all must work together to continue moving forward." As the first woman to serve as both a U.S. representative and a U.S. senator, Margaret Chase Smith could have let that be her legacy. Instead, she persisted in championing women's rights, standing up for free speech, and supporting space exploration. And she said, "The right way is not always the most popular and easy way. Standing for what is right when it is unpopular is a true test of moral character." Sally Ride always believed women could succeed in any math or science career. She persisted and became the first American woman in space, and then created programs to help generations of young women achieve their dreams. And she says, young girls need to see role models in whatever careers they may choose, just so they can picture themselves doing those jobs someday. You can't be what you can't see. When, as a kid, Florence Griffith Joyner visited her father, he would urge her to run as fast as a jackrabbit. She persisted in believing she could, and at the 1988 Summer Olympics became the fastest woman ever. Look at that. And she said, when anyone tells me I can't do anything, I'm just not listening anymore. Oprah Winfrey's grandmother expected Oprah to become a maid. Oprah knew that her dreams would take her somewhere else. She persisted and became a media superstar, hosting the highest-rated talk show of all time. And she says, the biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams. So if anyone ever tells you no, if anyone ever says your voice isn't important or your dreams are too big, remember these women. They persisted, and so should you. That was really neat, learning about all those amazing American women who changed the world forever. I think they did a really good job. It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference. You just have to be the best person that you can be and do the best that you can do every single day. So get out there and be amazing.